Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat malam sobat Papa Tola. Raihan Gameplay, siap-siap Papa Tola, kita nonton Qatar. Ya, selamat datang Raihan Gameplay, luar biasa. Ayo, ya, siapa nih yang kasih polling Jordan? Berarti bukan Raihan ini ya. Karena Raihan Qatar ya. Tapi yang baru polling masuk satu ini Jordan ya. Pendukung Jordan. Ya sobat-sobat, kita sebentar lagi masuk nih ya. Cantik sekali sobat suasana di stadion ya. Dari kita coba tampilkan gambarnya. Cantik sekali sobatku. Stadionnya cantik sekali, kita tampilkan gambarnya sedikit ya. Ini stadion yang pakai malam ini final dengan pemandangan malamnya.
By some of the other sides in this competition. As you mentioned, we've had some great games of football, lots of entertainment throughout. We are here for the main event.
Well, we walked across the main concourse here. This stadium is built on a massive piece of land, so there's a lot of space around. And even when we got here some 4 hours before kickoff, there were fans milling around, there was music going on. It really has been a party atmosphere throughout the whole of this competition, and the fans have really embraced it here in Qatar as well.
They really have, and you know, it's a credit to the organizers of this competition, the people who have worked hard to put this together. You know, hats off to them, because it has been a brilliant tournament. You look at the training grounds, the pitches have been pristine in the stadiums, in the venues, fantastic infrastructure. And it's not just the matches that have been entertaining, as we spoken about, but it's everything that goes on around it as well, the experience for the fans,
Betapa bagusnya stadion malam ini.
Say the party vibes and the party atmosphere. I mean, it has been a fantastic AFC Asian Cup
stadionnya sobat.
2023 tournament.
Well, this stadium is the centerpiece
Stadionnya malam ini luar
city, which didn't exist a few years ago. It's amazing the development and the
live RCTI. Ya, RCTI kalau live-nya sobat ya. Silakan kalian yang bisa nonton RCTI, silakan di RCTI. Tapi tetap dengarkan ocehannya Papa Tola ya. Prediksi Bang, yang juara siapa? Prediksi Qatar ya. Prediksi Papa Tola juara Qatar.
Since 2004 to lift back-to-back trophies, having won in UAE 5 years ago. They were superior then, of course they won 7 out of 7.
Wow, full sekali sobat. Tetap dengan baju jubah putih ya. Para sultan-sultan Jordan dan Qatar begitu memadati stadion. Luar biasa permainan lighting. Wow, keren sekali. Final Jordania versus Qatar di turnamen AFC Cup. Prediksi aku 3-0. Mantap. Wow, kencang ini ya dari Liga Inggris. Betul prediksi kita. Yo, bismillah, ayo sobatku, kita gaskan 200 penonton yuk. Ayo sobat, kita gaskan 200 penonton serentak dulu yuk.
Well, we've seen that large inflatable AFC Asian Cup over the last few
Sobat
matches.
Tola.
Today we get to see the real thing.
Kita lihat Sultan Qatar ya, dengan langkah gagah, dengan jubah hitam menuju menuju piala raksasa Asia Football Confederation. Kita lihat dia akan menyerahkan kepada siapa ini? Yunus Mahmud kah?
Was unveiled in 2018. This current trophy during the draw for the 2019 group stages, modelled around the lotus flower, a symbolically important Asian plant, and the 5 petals of the lotus symbolise the 5 sub-confederations under the AFC, and it really is, Roshan, a magnificent trophy.
It's a good-looking trophy. It certainly is.
Yo sobat-sobat Bapak Tola, dari mana saja yang sudah hadir, salam-salam kenal dulu dong. Kita gaskan sebentar lagi ya.
Of a huge competition, a huge tournament. Having said that, there were fans of the older trophy as well, but we're moving ahead with the times, and this is it's a glorious trophy. And
yo bantu share sobat-sobatku, bantu share dulu dong, come on. Sama-sama kita di final AFC Cup 2023 Jordan vs Qatar, dan komentar dan reaksi Papa Tola TV. Cantik sekali ya sobat, stadion yang dipergunakan malam ini. Kita lihat bagaimana pemandangan dari luar ya, begitu terang di kota Qatar ya sobat. Stadion Al Bayt. Kita lihat bagaimana 10 menit lagi pertandingan akan kick off. Masih kembang api menyala-nyala di stadion. Upacara closing ceremony ya. Ahmad Aska, Indonesia di PS aja bisa kalahkan Jepang, masa di sepak bola nggak bisa. Berat, PS kan hanya permainan jari-jari sobat ya. Bisa disamakan dong Ahmad Aska. Ya sobatku, sebelum 10 menit kita sudah di atas 100 penonton. Yuk, come on, bantu share yuk. Bantu share sobat Bapak Tola, bantu share dong, bantu share sobatku. Suhu saat ini sekitar 19 derajat Celcius ya. Untuk ukuran Indonesia itu cukup dingin ya sobat ya. Apalagi malam hari anginnya mungkin akan dingin sekali.
Minutes to go to kick off. The trophy reveal has completed. And now we await the arrival of the 2 teams here at this wonderful venue, the Sail Stadium, host of the World Cup final last year between Argentina.
Raihan gameplays, ayo Qatar menang.
One of the best finals we've seen in a World Cup. Let's hope tonight.
Ayo come on, bantu share sobat Bapak Tola, bantu share.
I certainly hope so.
Yo.
Have a lot of quality in both these sides. You know, deserving finalists, and they've shown both teams that they have the capacity, they have the quality to create chances and score goals. And I hope they really have a good go at each other.
Good
So
goal.
to play for. I like how when we looked at that.
Itu penuh sobat-sobat.
Down in the center circle, it's split in 2 almost. Equal chances for both these sides. Now will be looking to try and use that home crowd, fire themselves up towards that title, back-to-back crowns that they were going for. And for Jordan, I mean, what a story it would be as well for them to go on and win this.
The teams will get a close-up view of the real trophy when they make their way out in just a moment.
Okay, sobat, hello my friend, my brother, wherever you are from.
This has been
Thank you for joining with Papa Tola TV. Jordan yang ngeri bisa pulang ke Korea. Oh ya, ngeri memang. Tapi ini juga sama-sama ngeri ya.
You know, that could be a quiet one, but then all of a sudden the fans have come out, the neutrals have come out, and we've had a fantastic atmosphere at every single of the 50 games that have preceded this. Those Qatar fans were very much in evidence the other night in that dramatic victory over the Islamic Republic of Iran. that got Qatar here.
It was a really great final for both, yeah, for Jordania and for Qatar.
Target in their semi-final. So they will be looking at that. I'm sure Qatar will have done their homework, but Jordan certainly have it in their ranks to cause an upset. Although they won't feel it's an upset, they feel they've got the quality there to go in and win this on merit.
Yeah, that's right. You know, when you look at this Jordan side and you think about how some are saying it'll be a big
Hello,
upset here, I don't think
my
it actually
friend.
would be a big upset with the way that they played in this
Banyak
competition
sobat-sobat
so
kita
far.
rupanya yang
And I
juga
think
dari luar
they
negeri,
will be
sobatku.
nice and relaxed
Nggak tahu juga
coming
Papa
into
Tola
this
ya,
one. They
kenapa
have
bisa
already
muncul di sini.
exceeded expectations here heading into this final. We saw how good they were against Korea Republic, and you can't say that, you don't say that too often. You know, side dominating Korea Republic, one of the giants of Asian football.
Yes,
the Asian Cup
sobat,
semi-final.
my friend, this was a
they
very great
restricted
final
them. They were
for
so
Qatar
disciplined
and
defensively.
Jordania.
They held out, they held firm.
Qatar as the
Let's
host
be
certainly
named
doesn't
what
want
they
to
performed in this
lose
competition so far.
in
A
front of
strong,
his
solid, disciplined
supporters,
defensive
yeah.
unit, but equally as thrilling and exciting going forward. When they get
RCT
it
sudah
into their
opening.
runners, when they
Ya,
get
di
into
sini
their
juga udah
dribblers in the
opening.
attacking areas,
Ntar lagi
those
closing.
are players who've got lots of quality and can cause real problems for Qatar.
6
How
minutes.
do you deal with Akram Afif, who has been the outstanding player for Qatar? And that is going to be one of the questions that we get answered this evening as well.
Well, maybe if they can stop Akram Afif playing, they can stop Qatar
Wow,
playing.
meriah sekali sobatku, sangat-sangat meriah sekali.
Good at the back.
Kita lihat dulu
with the
para pemain.
Central defenders. Can they stand firm tonight? Jordan too have built on a solid defence. Big moment for those player escorts, the youngsters as well, accompanying their heroes down in the tunnel. Emotional moment. That wall of noise will hit them in a moment. Jordan dare to dream that they can become the AFC Asian Cup champions for the first time in their history. They never made it past the quarterfinals before today, but here they are in the showpiece final. Familiar ground for Qatar, who are bidding to become the first side since Japan in 2004 to retain the
Yo
trophy.
sobat-sobat Papa Tola, terima kasih yang sudah hadir. Bantu share-nya, bantu subscribe-nya sobat. Bentar lagi pertandingan akan dimulai.
Korea Republic found in the semi-finals. Marvelous, unforgettable occasion for the players.
Yang belum subscribe silakan di subscribe ya sobatku.
AFC Asian Cup, like that man there, Hassan Al-Haydas. But he still has a massive role to play.
Yo gas sudah menuju 22. Wow, sudah tembus 180-an penonton kita. Alhamdulillah. Semoga saja ini tembus di atas 10.000 ya sobat ya. Bismillah.
As the match progresses, I'm sure, but you have a look at Akram Afif,
Wow,
and he has been in such fine
we need
form
charger.
in attack for Qatar. Ehsan Haddad full of focus for Jordan, and they'll have to be full of focus here as they take on the home team.
Well, here are the dignitaries led by His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, the Emir of Qatar. He's been attending one or two games on the quiet, if you like, but tonight he is here as the main guest of honour, of course. Looking forward to meeting the players along with the rest of the presentation party.
Stadion Al Bait. Kita lihat para sultan-sultan, petinggi-petinggi Jordan dan Qatar ya. Sepertinya Raja Jordan pun ikut menyaksikan pertarungan ini.
We have a list of distinguished guests here for this final. And of course we'll have the two teams' national anthems as well. Special versions coming up of the national anthems tonight as well.
Ada juga Presiden FIFA.
In just a moment we'll have the Jordan national anthem, which is sung by Mohammed Bashar, who was involved in the opening ceremony for the 2021 Arab Cup, singing the Jordan national anthem. And then the Qatar anthem will be sung by Hamad Al-Khazina, who is an up-and-coming Qatari singer.
Lagu anthem dari Jordania. Tidak pakai musik ya. Kita lihat juga siapa nih. Pakai ini Raja Pangeran Yordania. Wow, keren-keren sekali sobat yang hadir di tribun. Taufik Hidayat, sehat Papa Tola? Sehat dong, apalagi Bang Taufik Hidayat sudah hadir di sini. Terima kasih Bang Taufik Hidayat, I love you full. Siapa jagoannya nih Bang Taufik Hidayat? Taufik Hidayat ya, juara Olimpiade Indonesia di cabang badminton. Kawan-kawan, bantu share, bantu subscribe sobatku, ayo bantu share dong, bantu komen dong. Kita lihat para pemain Qatar, lengkap semua para pemain yang akan bertanding malam ini. Masih lagu kebangsaan ya, jadi kita harus off-kan suaranya dulu sobat, biar tidak terkena hal-hal yang tidak diinginkan ya. Kadang-kadang ada juga nih lolos nanti suara-suara musik. Cukup tegang wajah para pemain Qatar sepertinya di hadapan ribuan pendukungnya. Yo kawan-kawan, bantu share, bantu subscribe sobat Papa Tola. Pertandingan ini kalian dukung siapa ini? Al Bait Stadium dengan suhu 19 derajat Celcius, kecepatan angin 2,6. Ini 2,6 apa ya maksudnya? Kita lihat bagaimana ramainya para pendukung tuan rumah khususnya ya, Qatar. Tentu saja mereka akan tampil all out habis-habisan.
A massive occasion for those two singers as well to perform their national anthems in front of a capacity crowd here. The nerves will be jangling, you can be sure of that, among those 22 players down there on the pitch. And we are moments away from getting this final underway. Akram Afif there at the back will be one of the key men for Qatar. How will Jordan handle his presence over the next 90 minutes and maybe more?
Randy, halo Om, halo juga Randy. Apa kabar Randy? Om, aku mau nyawer Om. Boleh Randy, silakan disawer ya. boleh, silakan disawer Randy. Terima kasih, niatnya udah luar biasa ini.
Almadi drops back to his usual midfield role.
Boleh Randy, silakan.
Esan are alongside him, while Ali Olwan returns from suspension. Yazan and Altamari have each scored 3 goals. They go in a 3-4-3 formation. Today's referee is Ma Ning from China. He will conduct the coin toss with a special commemorative coin in an AFC partner branded box. Experienced AFC Champions League and AFC referee.
Randy lagi di mana nih? Masih di luar rumah atau sudah di rumah ini Randy? Malam mingguan ya. Oh, keren sekali sobat. Kita lihat Kapten Ehsan 23 dari Jordan dan juga kapten kesebelasan Qatar. Ada juga ruang VAR ya. Kuming dari Cina dan Junpei Ida dari Jepang menjadi asisten wasit PAR. Mana Qatar sebagai tuan rumah, ada Coach Lopez memainkan Barca penjaga gawang nomor 22 dengan formasi 3 pertahanan ya. El Mendes di kiri, Mahdi di tengah dan Tarek di kanan. Kemudian memainkan 5 gelandang, Emwat di kiri, Al Haidos, Ahmad Fatih, Jasem, dan 2 di depan. 3-5-2 sepertinya betul-betul ingin memainkan bola menyerang ya sejak awal babak pertama ini tim Qatar.
Significant with Haidos coming back into the starting lineup tonight, left out in the semi-final. But you know he's a big-time player, big game player, and a big part to play, you feel, for them tonight.
Yeah, trying the real leader for them.
Randy, Om, aku mau nyawer Om. Silakan. Silakan. Tidak dilarang. Ayo Randy, silakan disawer.
Ability as well to drift into different positions and to link up with the Akram Afif and Wa down that left-hand side. And at times that combination play down the left can be really devastating.
Yo, digas-gas sobat Bapak Tola. Bantu sernya dulu dong. Bentar lagi partai final akan berlangsung, kita lihat.
And it's a standard setup, 3 at the back, which drops into a 5 at times, a 5-4-1, depending on the phases of play. And they look to try and get it up front into Musa Al-Tamari, Yazan Al-Naiman, and Ali Olwan as much as they possibly can.
Ali, nomor 19, striker dari Qatar dan juga Afif. Cukup lincah juga.
Holders get us underway in the usual maroon, kicking from right to left in the first half. We have the presence of the Emir of Qatar tonight. You caught a glimpse of him a moment or so ago, sitting alongside Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president.
Gianni Infantino, satu serangan cantik Afif sendirian dia. Luar biasa. Terobosan, gaskan ke Qatar, hadang saja oleh Ehsan, kapten ke-11 dari Jordan. Hussein Amota, head coach dari Jordania, Hussein Amota ya. Ya sobat-sobatku, dari mana saja yang sudah hadir, bantu share, bantu subscribe-nya dong. Jangan lupa kalian untuk share dan subscribe ya sobat. Come on. Final. Wow, cukup panas ya saat ini di kota Medan. Apakah di kota kalian cukup panas juga sobatku? Menit kedua. Ball position Jordania. Abu Laila di sana, ada Abu Laila. Jaga gawang Qatar Jordania, Abu Laila. Untuk penjaga gawang Qatar, Basram namanya ya, Barsam. Kita coba lihat kembali ke lapangan hijau, duel sengit. Oh, antara Fatih ya. Alur serangan sepertinya dikonsentrasikan Qatar melalui Akram Afif di kiri ya. Bola terus diarahkan ke Akram Afif. Duet dia dengan Ali, striker dengan formasi 3-5-2. Sementara kita lihat 3-4-3 adalah formasi dari Jordania.
The free kick there, Fatih. But that's going to be so important. Ahmad Fatih is going to have to come across quickly out to Musa Al-Tamari to help out here, because if he starts running at Muhammad Wan, he's going to have issues.
Sepertinya Fatih nomor 20
defensively as that fullback.
dianggap melakukan pelanggaran oleh wasit. Tendangan bebas untuk Jordania dari sektor kiri pertahanan Qatar. Jauh menuju tiang 2. Oh, melengkung bola tadi dari Al-Tamari ya. Al-Tamari, pemain Jordania. Semarang dingin bang karena PSIS ada di posisi 2 klasemen. Oh, ngejek. Oke, selamat Ahmad Azka, posisi dingin. Jangan lupa pakai selimut ya. Nanti kamu malah flu lagi kalau posisi dingin ya. Wow, mantap sekali ini. Yo kawan-kawan, bantu share, bantu subscribe sobatku. Kita tembuskan dulu 200 penonton serentak yuk. Bisa sih nggak bisa.
passage
Yo,
had
come on,
already
come
been
on.
secured with
Jordania kembali lagi melancarkan serangan dari bek kiri Jordania.
Yeah, it didn't look like they were too interested in that group stage game against Bahrain.
Ajal ya, Ajali ya, Ajali.
It's worked out really well for them, hasn't it? I mean, once it got
Main
into the
nomor
knockout stage,
17.
they really started to pick up once again, and they showed just how good. Once more, they reminded everyone of their ability once again.
Salman kita lihat lemparan ke dalam untuk Qatar.
One of the 11th different team to make it through to the finals after knockout stages were introduced into the AFC Asian
Jordan
Cup.
win. Oke, selamat. Prediksinya Iki mana nih? Prediksinya Jordan win.
It ran back in 1972, Saudi Arabia, Japan, and of course Qatar most recently in 2019. That's given away. It was Youssef on the edge of the area taking
Yang belum
it all
subscribe
away
silakan
by
di subscribe ya
Saweran.
sobat.
Fatih. A little unfortunate to give away that penalty in the semi-final. Ahmed Fatih. Referee will bring that back for the earlier challenge by Akram Afif. Tried to play advantage there.
Akram Afif lagi-lagi menyulitkan barisan
He knew
pertahanan
exactly what he was doing there, Afif.
Jordania.
Musa Al-Tamari,
Satu
whenever he
tackle
gets a chance
cantik
to
malah
receive
dari
in
Akram
space and a
Afif
chance to
menghentikan
turn and run
pemain
forward with it,
nomor 10
he's gonna
M.
cause you a few
Al-Tamari
issues.
ya dari
Didn't want that to happen
Jordania.
to his defense. They've worked this one well down the right.
Good ball from Al-Mahdi.
Bang, Piala Asia U23 kalender FIFA atau tidak, Bang? Oh enggak, kalau U23 itu bukan kalender FIFA ya. Tapi menjadi kualifikasi untuk Olimpiade. Nah, jadi walaupun bukan kalender FIFA, tapi disepakati oleh FC itu merupakan kualifikasi untuk jatah Olimpiade Asia ya. Jatah Asia untuk Olimpiade di Prancis bulan Juli. Jadi tetap penting untuk dimenangkan.
Because that's where the real quality is. That's where the difference makers are in the game. Musa Al-Tamari, Hasan Al-Naimat, and
Al-Tamari lagi.
Ali Olwan haven't really focused too
Lebar
much
ke
on
kanan.
him because he's not scored and he's not
Ada Ehsan,
assisted
kapten
just
ke-11
yet.
Jordan,
But he's,
bek kanan.
wonderful with the ball at his feet. He's such a good dribbler. And he can,
Lalu keluar tadi dari umpan jauh Ehsan. Maksudnya ingin mencari sayap kanan dari Jordan tadi. Al-Haddad ya.
Marquez Lopez at Al Wakra. It's probably one of the reasons he was brought into the national side once he received his Qatari passport. Marquez Lopez realizing that despite the fact he's 33, he can still do a job defensively for the team.
Yo, bantu saya sobat-sobatku. Dari mana saja sudah di... Aduh, Akram Afif. Yazid tadi menyelamatkan gawangnya dari cocoran Akram Afif. Striker lincah dari Qatar ini. Satu gocekan tadi. Untung saja ditutup oleh Yazid, penjaga gawang Jordania. Persempit ruang tembak dari Akram Afif. Main lincah kribo dari Qatar ini. Tendangan sudut untuk Qatar. Afif. Oh, bahkan dari luar kotak penalti yang tidak memenuhi sasaran. Main nomor 4 dari Qatar.
Just changing it up with that corner routine. Not a bad idea. It was leaning backward as he hit that.
Such a wonderful record in knockout.
Nomor 5-nya Jordan mirip Ramos.
To win it in 2019. 12 wins in their last
Nomor
13.
5-nya Jordan ya. Al-Arabi ya, Al-Arabi.
Have scored their opponents by 30 goals to 5
Jordan
as well.
mencoba, ada Akram Afif sekarang 3 lawan 3. Sendirian dia, cocor pada Ali. Akram lagi melebar ke kiri. Ada Al-Haidos tadi. Akram Afif lagi. Bola dikuasai, lincah sekali memang. Penyerang kiri dari Qatar ini layak bermain di Eropa. Tarik bek kanan dari Qatar nomor 5. Mengalir bola ke depan. Yusuf bolak-balik. Sendirian. Ya, berhasil dia melewatkan satu pemain tadi, tapi bolanya berhasil diamankan penjaga gawang Yazid Abu Lail.
Qatar were patient with the ball. They worked it out down the right, and Yusuf doing well, get it into a good area. Is trying to squeeze it through the legs of Ehsan Haddad.
Bantu share sobatku. Bantu subscribe ya.
tournament.
Through the defence again, but through to Barsham in the Qatar goal.
Wow, cukup menarik pertandingan di partai final ini. Bermain terbuka kedua tim, sama-sama ingin menyerang dan mencetak gol cepat.
2012-2013 season.
Tentunya ini adalah partai final, tidak ada yang perlu disimpan-simpan. Keluarkan kemampuan terbaik. Tarik pemain nomor 5 bek kanan. Umpan jauh dia ke depan mencari Ali, striker dari Qatar. Ali ini barisan pertahanan Jordania. Megang kendali serangan. Center back di daerah pertahanan sendiri Jordania, mengalir lagi bola ke kanan, ada Ehsan, kapten kesebelasan Jordan. Oh, umpannya tadi menuju Al-Haidos, dipotong saja oleh Watt, nomor 4 dari Qatar. Intercept yang cukup bagus tadi dari Watt.
Tamari with the ball over the top, looking for Al-Mahdi, who will keep this one in play. Yusuf was the defender tracking back.
Ya sobatku, dari mana saja nih, bantu share dong, bantu subscribe-nya ya.
See that shift in shape from Qatar as well. Just keep an eye on that. Yusuf Abdurazak, when they don't have it, will drop in almost as that right wing back. When they do have it, he gets high.
Yo, digaskan sobat Papa Tola. Satu serangan lang berbahaya lagi tadi dari Jordania, crossing. Oh, masih dibayang-bayang oleh tarik. Oh, namun crossingnya sudah keluar lapangan tadi. Tendangan bebas saja untuk Qatar. Jaga gawang Barsam ya. Basram apa Basram? Barsam.
Who also scored in the 4-0 win over Malaysia. It was a great way to start the tournament for them. A big win for Qatar in their opening game as well. Went on to beat Tajikistan, China and then Palestine in the round of 16. It was against Uzbekistan that they really met their match and had to dig deep, and winning that dramatic penalty shootout despite the fact they missed 2 of their penalties to Almo Azali and Mahadi.
Wow, tembakan dari Ali, tandem dari Akram Afif. Satu umpan tadi dari Al-Haidos, Ali shooting, diblok saja oleh Salam ya. Blok yang cukup cantik tadi dari Salam. Bek kiri Jordania hanya menghasilkan tendangan sudut untuk Qatar.
And he put that away. Would have been reviewed. Would have been interesting. Was close.
Was close. Sangat-sangat dekat sekali tadi. Hampir saja gol untuk Qatar di awal babak pertama ini. Kita lihat tribun sobat sampai tingkat 4 ya. Tingkat 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, cantik sekali stadionnya.
Both teams with a lot of speed and mobility in attack.
Para pendukung Qatar dan juga para pendukung Jordan. Oh, Al-Haidos.
Looking to get in behind Mohamed Wad. Got the players going down in the middle of the ball. Al-Tamari going for the byline.
Wow. Gagal tadi Al-Haidos melewati pemain nomor 12 Mendes, salah satu pemain naturalisasi dari Qatar. Al-Tamari nomor 10 ambil tendangan sudut untuk Jordan.
Good body shape from Wad there. He's exaggerating his defensive shape, saying to Musa Al-Tamari, you can't go on your left, you can go on your right, but I've got help coming.
Lebar.
Al-Tamari again, who scored that great goal,
Al-Tamari
goal in that semi-final against Qatar, gives the ball to Al-Haidos.
Akram Afif. Oh, serangan balik cepat dari Qatar. 4 lawan 4. Kita lihat bola melebar ke kiri nomor 9. Ada Yusuf, diganjal saja. Yusuf tadi memang penguasaan bolanya tidak sempurna. Padahal begitu cepat tadi transisi dari para pemain Qatar ya. Bagus sekali tadi. Ahmad Aska, besok Maret 21 ada pertandingan Indo-Vietnam. Yes, kualifikasi Piala Dunia ya. Kita doakan ya. Sama-sama Papa Tola ada rezeki bisa meliput langsung ke GBK. Dan kalau bisa juga meliput langsung ke Hanoi ya, ke Vietnam. Amin, amin, amin. Amin ya Rabbal Alamin.
From Adi back to Barsham. Tamari said in the build-up to this game just over a month ago, he was only dreaming of winning the AFC Asian Cup, and now they find themselves in the final. And it's an
Cantik sekali lagi permainan yang dimainkan oleh kedua tim dalam tempo cepat. Akram Afif selalu berhadapan dengan Ehsan, kapten kesebelasan Jordan. Akram Afif dari Qatar menyerang Kribo nomor 11. Intercept cantik tadi. Ada Tarik nomor 5. Tarik Salman bawa dia. Fatih dihantam saja oleh pemain nomor 21. Siapa ini dari Jordan? Pemain 21 Jordan. Sangat cepat tadi memang. Rasdan ya. Rasdan tadi menghantam Fatih nomor 20. Kencang keras sekali. Berbahaya. Kota Salak, selamat malam semuanya. Woi, selamat malam Kota Salak. Selamat bergabung di channel Papa Tola TV. Apa kabarnya ini?
Jassem scored that equaliser in the semi-final. That heavily deflected shot that just looped in over the goalkeeper. Lucas Mendes.
Salam kenal juga untuk Kota Salak ya.
Just got the ball under his feet.
Kota Salak ini di mana ini ya, sobat-sobatku?
There's a long raking ball looking for the run of Noor. As well to keep it in play. Now he'll take on Tarik. Yazan.
Oh, tendangan dari Yazan tadi dari Jordan. Berbahaya sekali. Lagi-lagi Jordania. Oh, dinyatakan pelanggaran oleh wasit. Nyaris tadi gawang Barsam ya. Tendangan keras. Yazan nomor 11 Jordania tidak mampu diamankan dengan baik tadi oleh penjaga gawang Qatar. Yazan ya, tendangan cannonball dari luar kotak penalti tadi.
Michel Barsham is the younger brother of the Olympic gold medal high jump, and Mutaz Essa Barsham, he'd have been for the high jump if he'd allowed that one past him. He's been a regular goalkeeper, of course, 5 appearances out of 6. Lovely ball over the top again, looking for Ali Olwan, bring it under control, away by Barsham.
Mulai kita lihat Jordania berani membangun serangan keluar dari tekanan Qatar. 16 menit tadi mereka terkepung. Berapa peluang bagus tadi cukup matang dari Qatar, berbahaya. Oh, lagi-lagi umpan terobosan yang cukup akurat. Ada Altamari nomor 10 masuk kotak penalti. Qatar, ada Jordania di sana. Ada Yazan nomor 11 masuk kotak penalti lagi. Altamari lagi, duet mereka. Yazan berputar-putar dia. Ada Ehsan angkat. Oh, umpan datar tadi. Menunggu tadi Olwan, striker nomor 9 Jordan. Oh, kita lihat harus diganjar kartu kuning Olwan ya. Kartu kuning Olwan, sobat. Oh, bagus sekali. Bagaimana tadi passing akurat dari Jordania ini sangat merepotkan barisan pertahanan Qatar.
For Ali Olwan, picking up the caution, picking up the booking.
Al-Haidos. Talked earlier in the tournament about him being such a
beruntung sekali ya bocah-bocah ini hadir di partai final AFC Cup. Beruntung sekali mereka hadir sementara kita harus menonton ilustrasi ya sobat ya. Jauh sekali perbandingan kita dengan bocah Qatar dan bocah Yordania ini. Mereka langsung hadir di lapangan, sementara kita harus menonton ilustrasi gambar ya. Aduh, dunia. Kembali lagi Papa Tola di lapangan hijau. Opa, sobatku, kita harus pakai panas sekali.
People in the West perhaps don't fully appreciate, just how much of how strong the footballing culture is throughout Asia, and sometimes there are certain stereotypes that they like to go with when the actual case is it's actually a continent that is crazy about the game.
Crazy, permainan yang gila ini katanya. Apa yang gila? Asal gila aja katanya. Yang mana lagi, aduh, kita paksa harus pasif lagu dulu ya sobat ya.
Of course, having disappointed at the World Cup, losing all 3 games, they will be keen to improve overall. Here's Akram Afif once again, bursting into the box. Penalty.
Akram Afif.
Not too much doubt about that one. Akram Afif is so dangerous when he's on the ball. Nasib is saying there's no contact. VAR will check, but go with your first instincts. And I thought Nasib had touched him and just said.
Lagi kita lihat begitu kesal dan emosional head coach dari Yordania. Akram Afif harus dijatuhkan oleh Nasib di kotak penalti, dan sepertinya memang berbuah penalti ya sobat ya. Kita lihat bagaimana Nasib tadi terpaksa dia harus mengganjal kecepatan dari Akram Afif. Nasib nomor 3, bek kanan dari Yordania. Kita lihat Ehsan masih mencoba memprotes kapten kesebelasan Jordan, tapi sepertinya wasit tidak bergeming ya. Qatar mendapatkan penalti, dan siapa yang akan menjadi penendang? Kesal sekali sepertinya wajah pelatih dan ofisial Yordania. Tapi memang Akram Afif begitu lincah ya, kencang sekali sprintnya. Jadi wajar saja Nasib tadi tidak bisa menghentikan di kotak penalti. Akram Afif sendiri akan mengambil penalti di nomor 11. Kita coba saksikan apakah Akram Afif mampu menyelesaikan tugasnya. Tentunya akan menjadi sangat terbebani juga dia, karena ini adalah partai final mana mereka tuan rumah dan di hadapan ribuan pendukungnya sambil membaca doa. Akram Afif tarik napas. Gol! Kelas sekali sobat. Tenang sekali Akram Afif. 1-0 untuk keunggulan. Oh, walaupun terbaca tadi oleh Yazid. Kita lihat selebrasinya adalah ada trik sulap tadi ya, selebrasi dari Yazid. Trik sulap.
Didn't look like, as you said, there was much power on the penalty, but enough in the direction of it. Yazid read it well, went the right way.
Trik sulap Yazid tadi, trik sulap Yazid.
Look at that.
Aska, timnas negara lain habis menang lawan Indo, semuanya kalah di babak 8 besar. Berarti mereka dapat kutukan ya dari Indo ya, Aska ya. Makanya jangan kalahkan Indo kalau mau panjang kalau di turnamen.
Well, he can be a magician on the field. And he enjoyed that moment. Akram Afif, his 6th goal of the tournament. He's the first player in history to be involved in 10 goal contributions in 2 consecutive editions. Because he was the main provider for Almo Ali 5 years ago. So flag up against. If there was Almoez Ali or Yusuf, I think it's Almoez Ali that was just offside, but Makram Afif, another Al Sadd player, the former students of the Aspire Academy. That's a foul by Al Haydos on Ehsan.
Ehsan, apa lagi nih?
Well, he was very relaxed. I watched his pre-match interview. Hassan Amouta. He was laughing and smiling, but clearly he's a little agitated now that his side have fallen behind. So take all his
Bantu share sobat-sobatku.
skills or coaching skills, should I say, to get his side back into this one.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Well, we know they can come back from difficult positions. We saw it against Iraq.
Lagi-lagi.
Great character in that one.
Jordania diserang terus oleh Qatar.
And it looked like they were headed out, but they were able to turn it around in 90 minutes plus whatever it was in added time.
Yazid.
Well, the equaliser that made it 2-2 came on 95 minutes from
Oh,
the winner,
long
97
crossing.
minutes from Al
Sepertinya
Rashid.
mencari Tamari tadi.
Talk about late
Tapi
goals. If you want to know
dipotong
what the
saja oleh
latest goal
Ewan,
was in this
nomor
tournament,
4
it
dari
was Malaysia's Rommel
bek
Morales,
kiri
who
dari
scored in
Qatar.
the 105th minute.
Tidak mau dia
15
mengambil
minutes into
resiko.
injury time.
Bola dijauhkan dari jantung pertahanan
Game against the
Qatar.
Korea Republic, that,
Ewat
that
duel
wonderful
lagi,
3-3
ada
draw.
Akram Afif membantu. Gagal kali ini Jordania mengamankan bola Al-Tamari tadi
Qatar.
keluar lapangan.
Marquez Lopez,
Yo,
who
2
was the
gol lagi
Al-Waqa
yo,
coach
kata
for
Raihan. 2 gol
2018.
lagi. Raihan ini
Charged
tadi
to the national team
prediksinya
after the surprise departure of Carlos
3-0 ya.
just before
Mana nih yang mau kasih saweran tadi? Randy, Om, aku mau nyawer Om. Waduh, Randy. Tunggu-tunggu nggak ada juga.
Qatar
Belum
stars.
rezeki berarti.
These are players that he knows well, of course. Did see a lot of changes from him through the campaign, utilising his squad.
Lagi serangan berbahaya dari Ali.
Good decisions.
Cantik
First
sekali
time ball,
Ali.
Almoez Ali again looks offside. The flag will stay down for now. It's Almoez Ali. Heavy touch. Now the offside
Ali
flag.
terlanjur terperangkap offside tadi Ali.
The pressing from Qatar has just been fantastic so far. Really aggressive,
So, fantastic.
closing down the
Ini
spaces
fantastic.
quickly. And that all came about because they were pressing with such good intensity. Wow, it's a close one. I think he's actually onside there, Almoez, based on the evidence of that replay. So once more, when they get the chance to, the ball over the top into space. For runners in behind, they're playing with lots of energy, lots of aggression at the moment. It's great to see. They look fresh here, Qatar.
There's Pedro, who's on the bench tonight, had started 4 of the previous 5 matches. Yusuf preferred to him tonight for the final. I'm sure his experience will come in handy a little bit later on. It was almost a mistake by Yazid. Too much of it to Al Haydos. Jordan just knocked a little bit out of their stride and shape by that goal. Wad. Nasib. Now Al-Tamari. What can he
Detuston,
do?
assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam Detuston.
Racing
Apa
back, Al-Tamari
kabar?
goes to the byline. Lucas Mendes comes across.
Detuston.
Good defending again.
Lagi mana ini Detuston
Very good team
ya?
defending.
2 batu ya.
Wad once more. Have a look at his body shape here. Wad, he's not interested in going and engaging out wide. He'll stay in a narrow position. He'll make it such that Musa Al-Tamari has to go out onto the right-hand side, onto his right foot. And then Lucas Mendes comes across. You also saw
Jelas offside, jelas
there
offside.
coming across from central midfield.
Tidak
So they're
perlu
trying to almost
dipertengkarkan
triple
lagi
team
ya.
him at
Jelas
times,
offside.
close off the spaces. They're aware of just how dangerous Musa Al-Tamari is. And so far,
Apa kabar?
defensively, the shape is working out very well.
Mokos Ball Animation. Prediksi saya Papa Tola antara 1-2, 2-1. Itu sih
3
bukan
goals to 1, but actually the first goal they conceded
itu bukan prediksi lagi tuh.
tournament.
Cuma diving kok penalti, wasit curang Om, Yogyakarta. Uga ah. Kan ada tadi kamera di bawah yang dimana kaki si Nasib itu menghantam kakinya si Akram Afif. Penalti Yogyakarta.
Afif just keeps that one in play, but
Tapi prediksinya Mokos Ball ini luar biasa nih, ada 3 ya, 4. Ini bukan prediksi lagi, ini
Yeah, a bit naughty.
ini sesuatu
from
yang
Ehsan.
sangat lumrah
Going out
terjadi
and
nih skornya.
knew exactly
1-2,
what he was doing.
2-1,
And you can see
1-1,
why
2-2,
Afif wasn't happy with that.
3-1,
And
3-2,
auto-apologized straight
3-3.
away. Damage already done.
Prediksi itu satu aja dong.
Hopefully nobody loses their heads. It's a
Yang
big
mana yang
occasion, of
yakin
course.
gitu loh.
Frustrations can often play
Yang dia
a
yakini
big
kayak
part.
si
We've already
Rehan
seen
dia
that
yakin
yellow card to
3-0
Ali
kan
He's on the ball
gitu.
now. Was Tarek that just brought him down. Gives a free kick to Jordan.
FRP Sel, assalamualaikum, waalaikumsalam. Gimana kabarnya FRP Sel? Lama tak bersua ini. Udah pada pulang malam mingguan ya, udah pada selesai nih malam mingguan. Kemana aja nih malam mingguannya? Ada sedikit cedera pemain Yordania, Alwan ya. Sepertinya dia harus keluar lapangan ini, tidak bisa melanjutkan pertandingan.
Ali Alwan was on the score sheet when these two sides met in a friendly on the 5th of January, just pre-tournament. Al Naimat getting the other goal in a 2-1 win for Jordan.
Bang dari mana? Lah, dari mana? FRCPSL kamu dari mana itu?
Betulnya 2 baru saja memberikan 2.500. Nyawa dulu biar rame.
Wow, terima kasih sawerannya Batuna 2 ya. Nyawer dulu biar rame. Terima kasih banyak politisiat yang selalu untuk Om Batuna 2. Terima kasih sawerannya Om, terima kasih. Alhamdulillah.
Very stony faced at the moment, Saint Amutsa.
Maksudnya kota apa? Oh, dari Medan, kota Medan ya. Ini kita kasih salam dulu. Terima kasih Bang Batuna 2 sawerannya.
Of course, these days does play in Qatar with Al Shamal. Goals in his 37 appearances for them. It's very central this for Al-Tamari.
Salam dari Depok Bang. Salam juga diterima nih salamnya FRP Sel. Salam juga untuk warga Depok ya. Bagi kalian yang hadir di channel ini walaupun belum komen, salam juga untuk Depok semuanya, khususnya Bang FRP Sel ya. Selnya ini apa nih? Seluler ya. Toko handphone ini, toko handphone. Pak, gimana kalau kita tidak ikut pemilu? Nggak apa-apa. Kan suaranya sayang. Ya, nggak juga sih. Terserah lah. Itu hak masing-masing aja itu.
Just when you look at the numbers from that semi-final that Jordan played against the Korea Republic, they only had 30% possession of the ball.
Satu serangan cepat dari sayap kanan, crossing jauh, terjatuh. Ali striker yang ditunggu muncul tadi dari tengah. Bola dibuang saja oleh Nasib. Dia tidak ingin mengulangi kesalahan lagi tadi seperti terlambat mengintercept Akram Afif. Kali ini dia berhasil menghalau bola agar tidak dijangkau Ali. Menghasilkan tendangan sudut untuk Qatar di ini. Akram Afif sepertinya dia menjadi spesialis tendangan sudut baik dari kanan maupun dari kiri. Akram kasih dia. Wow, cantik sekali sundulan dari Mendes tadi, pemain naturalisasi Qatar ya, tapi berhasil dibuang saja oleh Yazid, penjaga gawang Jordania. Tepisannya buat bola keluar.
Makes a late run towards the back post. Unmarked. I think he knows he should be doing a lot better.
Waduh, kali itu saya nggak tahu ya Andres Teguh. Saya taunya ini Jordania versus Qatar. Lagian nggak usah juga bicara-bicara pemilu ya sobat ya. Lagi sensitif.
Yusuf is the only Qatar player inside the 6-yard box. There are 5 players in a line, all being man-marked by white Jordanian shirts. Al Al-Arab is the man trying to prevent Youssef from getting any space. Go short this time to Youssef.
Sorry Pak, lagi gabut. Iya, boleh gabut, tapi topiknya jangan ke pemilu ya. Kita lagi live komentar reaction Papa Tola. Nanti bukan apa-apa, nanti nggak enak juga diserang sama sobat-sobat yang lain kan. Bang, live gak Piala Asia U23? Ya insya Allah kita live ya. Makanya doakan live-nya kalau bisa ke stadion, ke Qatar, ada rezekinya, ada sponsornya ya. Ini kita lagi cari sponsor ini. Doain ya perjuangan Papa Tola untuk jual saham 30%. Kalian boleh buka di komunitas ya. Ada postingan Papa Tola di komunitas kita. Di channel Papa Tola ini postingannya ada. Mana ya? Ntar ya saya kasih ya. Postingan ya.
The clash of heads.
Ehsan is back on his feet. Of course, we've not only had the AFC Asian Cup over the last few weeks, we also had the first edition of the AFC Asian Cup, which took place, which is based around the computer game. And that was won by Indonesia, who beat Japan 2-0 in the final. So congratulations to them.
I was following that on social media actually, and there were a few people a little bit confused with some of the results, thinking it was the actual Asian Cup.
Saya dukung Qatar, Pak. Oke, terima kasih.
Esports, of course, is
Sobatku.
growing in stature and popularity now as well.
Papa Tola mau melepas
30% I used to be quite a bit of a gamer myself, but
saham.
I think I haven't touched the console in a long time now.
Kepemilikan.
Well, those Qatar fans among this sellout crowd, they're enjoying themselves. The fact their side are 1-0 up. Akram Afif getting the opening goal of the game in the 23rd minute. Both Youssef and Ehsan are okay now, by the way. Here's Al-Arab. There's Noor. Back to Nazib. Qatar have won 12 of the previous 24 meetings between these sides.
Bang, pernah nggak fan football? Pernah lah. Fan football, serius football, dangerous football. Apa yang nggak pernah lagi? Pernah nggak kamu dikejar-kejar sama supporter? Ah, itu udah dangerous football kan?
It's all getting a little bit bad-tempered at the moment. Yazan claiming he won the ball cleanly.
It's actually a free kick to Jordan.
Tarkam di kampung-kampung. Penontonnya pulang dari sawah, dari ladang, bawa parang, bawa cangkul. Nonton di pinggir lapangan, terus kita cetak gol. Sebagai tim tamu, wah, tuan rumah langsung ngejar-ngejar, gimana lagi? Itu mau apa lagi namanya tuh? Dangerous football ya.
Good play. Al-Mahdi. Youssef stuck to his task well though. Puts away the throw right in the corner. Salam. Jalin to take the throw.
Kali ini peluang serangan datang dari Jordan ya. Oh, cepat sekali serangan balik Qatar. Qatar 3 lawan 3. 3 lawan 3 sobat. Dari tengah. Oh, cantik sekali tadi. Bagaimana intercept dan ketenangan dari Al-Arab. Matahkan serangan cepat dari Qatar tadi. Euro dukung siapa bang? Belum tahu. Sel belum. Belum tahu. Belum ada tim favorit.
Feisty Qatar quite happy to look for these breaks, for these transitions and the counter attack. Hassan Al Haidos wanted Akram Afif to be a little bit closer.
Nazib's header. Noor.
Youssef.
Happy to get the ball back into
Sampai dengan menit
Jordan
ke 39 masih unggul Qatar 1-0 berkat tendangan penalti dari Akram Afif tadi setelah dia dijatuhkan oleh Nasib bek kanan dari Jordania nomor 3 Altamari. Pelanggaran tadi dari Fatih ya, nomor 20 dari Qatar mendorong Altamari sampai terjungkal. Altamari nomor 10 dari Jordan. Bang, kenapa live di Inggris nggak ada? Ada tadi. Kita barusan selesai tadi di Inggris. City lawan Everton. 2-0 ya.
Decent opportunity from this set piece. If we can get some good quality into the area, they've got threats there aerially.
Satu lagi peluang dari Jordania dari sektor kiri pertahanan Qatar, tendangan bebas. Kita lihat 6-7 para pemain Jordan berada di kotak penalti. Ada 2 pemain Jordan menghadapi bola. Ada Altamari dan juga ada Mardi. Siapakah yang akan mengambil tendangan bebas ini? Akram Afif menjadi pagar. Ada Altamari dan juga ada Mardi dari Jordan yang bersiap menghadapi bola. Sepertinya Mardi sudah memberikan isyarat kode angkat tangan ya. Apakah itu menunjukkan ke tiang jauh? Yes. Oh. Di Medan jam berapa, Bang? Ya sama ini, jam 22.44. Jam 22.44, berarti jam berapa? Tengah 11 lewat. Oh, satu crossing tadi. Al-Haidos, nomor 10 Qatar, coba buang bola. Tapi masih hasil tadi diselamatkan oleh Borsam, jaga gawang Qatar. Secara tampilan Borsam ini kurang meyakinkan ya sobat ya. Secara tampilan ya.
And it's a bit too predictable at the moment. They're always looking to try and get it out to Musa Altamari. And Qatar managing those spaces really well right now. I wonder if we'll just see Jordan try and get someone closer to Musa Altamari, because if he's being marked 2 against 1 or 3 against 1, that means a space for someone else to look to try and exploit. At the moment, it's almost a case of giving in to him and saying, you go try and make something happen for us. We need to try and find a bit more balance, a bit more support for Musa Altamari in those areas.
This is the 18th edition of the AFC Asia Cup. It's been a wonderful event. 5 cities, Al Khor, Lusail, Al Rayyan, Doha and Al Waqa have hosted matches. Started out with 24 teams, of course.
Tarik nomor 5 bek kanan dari Qatar. Buang saja bola. Paran ke dalam kali ini untuk Jordania. Wow. Bola mengarah pada penjaga gawang Jordania. Berikan bola pada nomor 3 Nasib ke depan. Altamari. Kita lihat Al-Haidos. Kali ini Qatar. Ada Afif, cepat sekali sprint dari Al-Afif. Luar biasa. Umpan tarik. Oh, akhirnya menghasilkan peluang tendangan sudut untuk Qatar. Bagus dan gigih sekali tadi perjuangan dari seorang Akram Afif.
From Wan, who's been excellent so far in this first half. He was very close. Nice and tight on Musa Altamari. He stepped in with the toe poke that allowed Qatar to get forward. Transitioning quickly.
Akrab Afif mengangkat dua tangan untuk melakukan tembakan tendangan sudut. Halau saja oleh barisan pertahanan Jordania. Kali ini bola. Ada tarik. Tidak dianggap pelanggaran. Tarik tadi terjatuh. Kalau tidak, peluang penalti lagi terjadi. Sabu bersih tadi penjaga gawang Qatar.
Challenge
Siapa lagi? Challenge siapa?
Done to the official, falling for that.
Al-Samari pada kapten kesebelasan Yordania buang bola, lemparan ke dalam Esan, cari para pemain Yordania yang bergerak. Adalah Tamari, dibayang-bayangi Akram Afif. Tamari lagi, skill ball yang cukup bagus, crossing Al-Tamari. Nizam, Yazan, shooting. Jauh melengkung.
Too speculative really from Almadi from that sort of distance. Afif has gone down injured off the ball.
When you see players resorting to that, I think you realise it's running out of ideas here. Just lacking that creative spark at the moment in attack. Jordan.
Ya sobat-sobatku yang baru hadir, terima kasih. Semoga kalian nyaman ya. Bantu share, bantu subscribe-nya dong.
On the left hand side, but they're not getting the ball out there quick enough to Mahmoud Al-Mardi and Ali Olwan. They've also got Yazan Al-Naimat joining in at times on that side, but it seems to be a case of them just trying to drag Qatar to one side and look for Musa Al-Tamari on the other, so he can isolate Wad in those positions. But Qatar defending these situations just brilliantly. Concern here for Akram Afif. To the knee as well.
We're into 6 minutes added time, so hopefully they can just get a bit of time to work on him during the half-time interval. But certainly when a bit of a knee problem, looks at a bit of discomfort as well, Akram Afif.
And there wasn't much movement from him. Just have a look at his left leg. Reaches across. Oh yeah, he jars his knee, doesn't he? It's a nasty one. It's always a concern when they're not rolling around.
Akram Afif sepertinya mengalami cedera.
Not really
angkut
moving much.
keluar lapangan. Sangat rugi sekali kalau dia tidak bisa lagi melanjutkan permainan. Kita tahu bahwa sepanjang babak pertama atau malah sepanjang pagelaran turnamen Piala Asia, Akram Afif memberikan kontribusi yang luar biasa untuk tim Qatar.
We were talking about the technology that's in use here and the iPads that the coaches have down on the pitch side. They can access a number of camera angles to watch replays, but also for the medical teams as well, so they can assess injuries and get expert opinion on certain injuries as well. Technology really has sort of come to the fore, particularly in this edition of the AFC Asian Cup.
Yeah, it's just incredible how much the game has changed over the last few years or so as it progresses. You know, the technology as well. I mean, they've got the opportunity to have a look, as you said, at all sorts of things now down on the bench. It helps in terms of analysis, looking at decisions, looking at injury situations. It's a big roar right now. Afif is going to try to continue.
Kembali bisa berdiri. Tidak mengalami cedera yang serius.
We had that can of magic spray.
Yes. Lucas Mendes taking no chances, realising that he probably concedes a little bit of pace there to Yazan, just puts the ball out of play for a throw.
El Mendes, main naturalisasi dari Qatar, buang saja bola. Lagi Yordania serangan dan tembakan dari Al-Tamari masih bisa dihadang oleh Ewat. Barsam dari penjaga gawang Qatar sudah out position, sobat, sudah out position dia. Satu peluang cantik tadi Al-Tamari.
He can carry the ball very well.
Nyaris kebobolan gawang Qatar di time ini.
Good last ditch defending as well.
Sangat beruntung tadi penjaga gawang Qatar Barsam ya, karena di sana ada Ewat nomor 4 mampu memblok tendangan dari Al-Tamari.
a really good position there. 1-on-1.
They really have got a good last line of defence. Qatar.
Selamat datang sobatku, selamat bergabung di channel Tola TV di live commentary and reaction di partai final AFC Cup 2023 ya, antara Jordania versus Qatar, tuan rumah. Terima kasih to join to Papa Tola channel wherever you are, my brother, my friend.
Quite with the same sort of freedom they did against the Korean Republic.
And a part of it is
Qatar as the host certainly doesn't want to lose in front of his supporters. Yeah.
Closing off the spaces where they need to be. You can see that they've done their analysis really well. Players are listening to those instructions that have been given to them by Marquez Lopez. Going back to some of the last-ditch defending, we saw some great examples of that against Iran. They're putting bodies on the line, and they were struggling, they were under pressure, and they got themselves in positions where they could just block off opportunities.
I think when the Iranians look back on that game, they had 23 shots on goal, they only hit the target 5 times. Here's Yusuf. Back inside again, important touch away by Al-Arab to concede the corner because Almo Azali was right behind him.
5 menit waktu tambahan sudah berlalu. Akram Afif ambil lagi tendangan sudut. Kali ini Esan.
So Jordan will bring the ball away. Noor. Esan
dari
Tamari is outside him. There's no challenge. The foul on Jassim, is that? Yes, there is a foul.
Pelanggaran terhadap Esan dari pemain Qatar.
Clever bit of play from Esan Haddad.
Abang Kepot baru saja memberikan 3.000. Bang semifinal Liga 2 jangan lupa LIVE Bang.
Abang Kepot, ayo Abang Kepot, terima kasih nih sawerannya Abang Kepot. Bang semifinal Liga 2 jangan lupa live Bang, insyaallah ya. Bang Kepot, apa kabar Bang Kepot? Aduh, sobatku ini luar biasa nih kebaikan hatinya. Terima kasih sawerannya Bang Kepot. Lagi di mana nih Bang Kepot?
That's again what I was saying earlier.
Halo
They
Bang
need to try and
Kepot.
find Ali Olwan more. In the last
Semifinal tanggal 25 ya kalau nggak salah ya. Masih lama.
The first one a lot better than this one. It's a bit more of a difficult finish for Musa Al-Tamari there.
Itu memang di partai pertama Aceh lawan Biak ya di Langsa. Itu memang 4 jam dari Medan, tapi kita nggak tahu apakah nanti boleh pendukung ya. Soalnya kemarin ada razia KTP ya. Jadi kalau bukan razia, yang boleh masuk hanya KTP Aceh. Jadi kalau di luar Aceh nggak bisa masuk. Jadi kalau itu yang terjadi ya sia-sia juga kita nonton dari Medan ya 4 jam. Sebenarnya kalau bisa itu lebih enak gitu, nonton langsung ke stadion Langsa.
Challenged by Jassim, and Salam has left his foot in and will get a yellow card. So another yellow going against Jordan right at the end of the first half.
Bang Kepot, thanks for your donation.
Temporarily anyway. Jassim Gaber been so impressed with that young man's confirmation of that yellow card for Salim.
Yellow card Salim ya, pemain nomor 17 dari Jordania. Lalu keras dia tadi memang.
Qatar's number 24.
Ganjar kartu kuning oleh wasit karena menghajar pemain Qatar.
Calm in possession and keeps it simple as well. So very good at winning it back for his side.
Buat sobat-sobatku yang ingin memberikan dukungan melalui Saweran dan Super Thanks, terima kasih ya. Buat Batuna 2 tadi dan juga Bang Kepot. Indonesia bisa bangkit tidak Bang? Bisa, kalau pengurusnya jujur ya. Ini di negara kita ini kan yang hilang, yang kurang ini kejujuran. Kalau jujur bisa. Nggak ada yang nggak bisa. jujur dulu. Misalnya jujurnya kalau memang nggak bisa ngurus, mundur, jujur. Nah, itu juga jujur. Yes, babak pertama berakhir sobat. Kita reaksi jenak.
Yazid went the right way, but there was too much placement on it rather than
Half
power.
time, yeah.
But we need a response, or Jordan need to see a response in the second half.
Yeah, they certainly do. Jordan have been stifled here by Qatar. Their defensive shape and their structure, working incredibly hard against the ball, and quite happy to.
Salam-salam dulu dong, sapa-sapa dulu sobatku dari mana saja nih yang sudah hadir. Come on. Bolehlah disapa-sapa dulu sobat Papa Tola.
A little bit more. That caused a few issues for Qatar. So hopefully, for Jordan's sake, we'll see a bit more of that in the second half.
Half time at the AFC Asian Cup Final, Qatar 2023. It's Jordan 0, Qatar 1.
Kita renggangkan dulu badan. Yes. Sobat-sobatku dari mana saja yang sudah hadir, boleh dong di komen-komen dulu. Bantu share dulu lah. Kita lihat dari Presiden FIFA Infantino ya. Siapa sih nama si botak ini? Dia untuk statistik sobat Papa Tola, kita lihat statistiknya ya. Statistik pertandingan. Statistik. Bisa hilang. Statistik. Kita tunjukkan dulu statistik pertandingan babak pertama ya sobat ya. Sudah masuk ini statistiknya. Ada Sugeng Jaguar Riyadi. Tetap semangat, mudah-mudahan tahun berikutnya Indonesia bisa masuk babak final. Salam dari Purbalingga. Amin, amin, amin. Mudah-mudahan saja Indonesia bisa lebih bagus lagi nanti ya di ajang Piala Asia berikutnya. Kita lihat di babak pertama Jordania tertinggal 1-0 atas Qatar. Gol dari Akram Afif tadi melalui titik penalti. Kita lihat posisinya malah Jordan unggul tipis ya, 51%, 49%. Ada shoot 4/5, shoot on target 1/4. Passing malah menang sedikit ya, 154, 151. Akurasi passing 2%. Corner 25, offside 13, false 7, yellow card 2-0. Prediksi 2-1 untuk Qatar full time. Mantap. Mantap Bang Sugeng, terima kasih. Makan dulu ya sobat. Ya selesai nih misi tenaga di pertengahan babak istirahat babak pertama. Yo, selamat datang sobat-sobatku yang baru bergabung. Terima kasih, bantu share, bantu subscribe-nya dong. Dari mana saja kalian yang sudah hadir ini. Ayo. Come on. Dari mana saja? Sobat-sobat Papa Tola. Bagi kalian yang ingin bergabung dengan manajemen Papa Tola TV, Papa Tola memberikan kesempatan untuk melepas saham 30%. Kalian boleh lihat informasinya di postingan komunitas ya. Di channel Papa Tola TV, lihat di postingan komunitas. Bagi kalian yang tertarik, boleh nanti dibicarakan secara serius melalui email. Nanti akan baru kita kasih kontak-kontak nomor handphonenya, atau melalui DM ke Instagram Papa Tola TV.
Jordan did have some chances. Al-Tamari did have a couple of chances.
Kita lihat para pemain sudah mulai kembali berjalan menuju lapangan. Sudah masuk para pemain Qatar dan juga para pemain Jordania. Babak kedua sepertinya akan segera dimulai. Stadion Al Bayt Stadium ya.
Like I said, they need a bit more variety in their attack, and We saw towards the end of that first half what I was saying about getting the ball out to Ali Olwan so he can do his thing. And when they did get it out to him, twice he was able to create a couple of good opportunities for Musa Al-Tamari. Finishing just wasn't quite there. We know they are capable of a lot better, Jordan, and hopefully for their sake we will see this, or we will see that in this second half, especially with the front three. You know, Yazan Al-Naiman, Ali Olwan and Musa Al-Tamari, always a threat. But so far Qatar defensively have dealt with that expertly, and they've worked incredibly hard against the ball. They've worked very hard for each other, and they need to try and maintain that defensive intensity in this second half.
Well, the Lusail Stadium is lit up in gold. Who is going to be getting a gold medal hung around their necks after this final? Potentially the last 45 minutes of the AFC Asian Cup here in Qatar 2023. It is Jordan 0, Qatar 1, and it will be Jordan in all white that will get us underway in the second half. It's such a brilliant run for them so far. No one expected them to get to this stage. No one expected them to get past Korea Republic in the semi-final, but they've defied the odds so far. Can they get over the line?
Sudah dimulai kembali babak kedua, sobat. Kita kembali memberikan laporan pandangan mata.
About the way they start this second 45 minutes as well. Header on by Almo Azali, who was
Mardi
giving a little bit of a team talk in the tunnel at half-time.
Dari Jordania ini. Serangan saat ini Jordania, bola cocoran.
Made the point a couple of times, Russian in that first half. If they can get the ball to Ali Olwan, he has got the quality and the ability to get good balls into the box.
Yeah, it was far too one-dimensional from Jordan in their first half when they had it. It was always a case of trying to get it to Musa Al-Tamari, and he was surrounded by 2-3 players at one time. Wad has done a very good job, but he's been helped out by Fatih and Lucas Mendes covering the space in behind. And it has been very difficult for Musa Al-Tamari to actually have that freedom to run
Yazid,
into clear spaces
jaga
and
gawang
to try and
Jordania.
create some danger. So you just want to see them balance out that attack a little
Bagi
bit
bola
more.
dia ke kiri.
They do try and overload it down this left-hand side in terms of the players that they have here. They've got 3 players in here, Al-Mardi, Ali Olwan, and Yazan Al-Naiman also dropping into these areas. But in the first half, they weren't quite using them well enough.
Nasib nomor 3. Al-Tamari dia di sana. Esan.
Jordan, one for Ali Olwan, one for Salam.
Oh, nasib lagi. Buang saja bola.
Qatar with the throw. Sena Muta, man who's guided his side to this stage in the competition, managed to keep a clean sheet in that semi-final. That was the 28th clean sheet of the tournament. It was Qatar themselves looking to keep a clean sheet here.
Ball position yang cukup bagus di pertunjukan kedua tim, sobat. Ini yang disebut dengan bagaimana main bola sederhana tapi efektif. Skill ball yang paling dasar, passing dan kontrol bola ya. Jadi di level nasional tidak lagi masalah untuk membagi bola walaupun hanya jarak 1 meter, 2 meter saja antara teman. Tapi dengan kemampuan dan skill ball yang mumpuni, mereka saling percaya diri dan tidak grogi ya, meskipun datang pressure dari pihak lawan. Yeso, nomor 9 dari Qatar. Wati Al-Tamari dia tadi. Bantu subscribe sobat-sobatku, I love you full.
Marquez Lopez's first game in charge was a friendly against Lebanon. Lost that by 2-1. Samuel Azali. Swapped away. Another throw. Salam with a throw to Al-Arab. Qatar fans that have been making plenty of noise right throughout the game. So Lucas Mendes header once again. Salam. It's gone for a Qatar throw. Jordan felt that should have gone their way, but not to be. They only had one game in the build-up to this where they had more possession than the opposition, Jordan, and that was the game against Bahrain where they lost by 1-0. Funny how football works sometimes in terms of numbers.
I mean, if you go back to that game, it was such a strange game of football as well. And Jordan at times just quite happy to even being in that losing position, just pass it sideways and backwards.
Al-Tamari. Nazib. Al-Arab. Looks like Qatar are going to make their first change. Assad waiting to come on. That's just out of the reach of Ehsan over on that far side, just trying to get a bit of ground down that far side, but Hamid Wad has been superb in that position throughout this tournament. Another Al-Sad player about to make his entrance.
Again, just seen with Qatar that flexibility that I spoke
Yo
about.
sobat-sobatku dari mana saja nih yang sudah hadir dan bergabung, boleh dong di komen-komen dulu sobat. Sekalian prediksi kalian dan jagoan kalian siapa di pertandingan final ini. Come on, prediksi.
And Yusuf has done very well to keep track of Ali Olwan. He's dropping into those half spaces, just rotating positions at times with, or rotating markers at times with Tariq Salman.
Some injury here to Jassim, which might need a little bit of treatment. And possibly see a double change here from Qatar as well. Assad is one of 11 Al-Sad players in the squad. Aziz is the other player that's going to come on as well.
Aminullah, halo bro, halo juga Bang Aminullah, apa kabar? Sehat-sehat selalu ya Bang Aminullah ya. Lagi di mana nih Bang Aminullah? Apakah masih di luar rumah malam mingguan atau sudah di rumah ini?
Hassan Al-Haidos is one of those coming off. Aziz will come on to replace him, and Jassim is also coming off to be replaced by Assad. Not to be for Al-Haidos today.
Al-Haidos keluar,
so
Aziz masuk, Assad juga masuk. Dua pemain Qatar keluar dan dua pemain Qatar juga tentunya masuk ya. Nomor 6 dan nomor 8.
Play at a high intensity and high tempo. 90 minutes these days, and we've seen this minutes being
halo Bang
managed.
Aminullah.
It's giving
Komen-komen dulu
recognition
dong.
to the support that they've had here. He's played his part as Al-Haidos. It's had to be a different role for him, for the number 10, having to do a lot more work without the ball. His night is done, and fresh legs and a lot of experience coming on for Qatar as well. And Abdulaziz Hatem, who can just sit in that midfield alongside Fatih.
Nomor 6 menjadi kapten menggantikan Al-Haidos tadi.
Abdulaziz Hatem.
Abdulaziz,
34 years of age, another player that, without doing him a
nomor
disservice,
8.
you probably feel this is his last AFC Asian Cup. If he
10
does play in the next one
Al-Haidos
at 38,
kapten.
then he's obviously kept himself in good shape. Same with Al-Haidos, maybe that's a disappointment, knowing that having been such a great
Emwat
server,
nomor 4 menggagalkan kembali serangan dari kiri.
And I think you need to see
Para
that
pemain Jordania.
sort of next generation of players coming through for Qatar over the next few years or so.
Bola dimentahkan tadi oleh El Mendes. Masih mengepung saja para pemain Jordan. Daerah pertahanan Qatar. Oh, tabrakan antar pemain nomor 9 Qatar Yusuf.
Corner to Jordan. Didn't make the most of those set pieces in the first half.
Para pendukung Jordania. Jordania angkat ke gawang Qatar dan sundulan tadi tidak mampu dimanfaatkan oleh Nasib nomor 3. Kalau tidak dia sudah menjadi hero di pertandingan ini setelah tadi dia mengalami kesalahan ya, menghajar
on the set
Akram
piece,
Afif
playing
sehingga
it short,
menimbulkan
playing it out
tendangan
quickly,
penalti tadi.
creating a 2-on-1.
Babak pertama.
Mahmoud Al-Mardi, not a bad ball, you know. But Qatar, again, just keeping a defensive discipline, players doing what they need to do, getting their bodies in the way, shoulder to shoulder, get a nudge in. Just make sure you get a challenge in there. You don't always have to win it. Evidenced by that. Went out for a goal kick.
Well, it's a side that's built on a strong defence throughout the last few years or so in that qualifying campaign for the 2022 World Cup, which doubled up, of course, as qualification for this. They only conceded one goal, that was against Oman in a 2-1 win. 10 clean sheets all the way through. As they were the hosts, so they didn't have to qualify for the 2022 World Cup, but did play competitive matches.
Saya hadir dan menyaksikan langsung dan merasakan jutaan rakyat.
So another free kick given away. He's seen plenty of the ball in this second half. Al-Mardi.
Al-Mardi.
Yeah, they are trying to work it a little bit more down this left-hand side now in the second half. Jordan, quite clear.
Tarik nomor
Nudging the
5.
back. Tariq Salman again, just well
Tarik
positioned.
Salman.
Himself on the
Jatuh dia
inside,
duel
but just
dengan
before that,
Al-Mardi.
as I was watching, you know, just looking at
Main
Yusuf
dari
and
Jordania.
Tariq
Tidak terlalu
Salman
besar Al-Mardi, tapi
dealing with the
cukup
movement
punya
of
power.
the one and Mahmoud
Sehingga
Al-Mardi were trying to
menjungkalkan
exchange
Tariq
positions, and
Salman,
there was good
nomor 5
communication
dari
between Yusuf and
Qatar.
Tariq Salman, which is what you want to see.
Forward by Mohamed Wad, but comfortably cut out here
Mohamed
by
Wad.
Jordan. Lovely ball.
Bagus
Played out
sekali
wide to
umpannya.
Al-Tamari.
Al-Tamari,
in place,
goyang
got
Wad.
3 in the middle. Once again, it's Mohamed Wad with
Ada
a solid challenge and a fair one.
lagi.
That was a sad caught in possession. Yazan takes a slight deflection. Overhead kick just wide
Cantik sekali.
from Ali Olwan,
Al-Mardi
Great
nomor
agility.
aduh, tendangan salto ya.
but just off target.
Not bad, not a bad idea from Ali Olwan.
Lumayan ya.
So going to try and improvise in that situation, going away from goal. Defenders have backed off him as well.
Yazan ya, Yazan, tangan. Olwan
Given
nomor
the,
9, Olwan.
Jordan fans something to get excited about at least.
Didn't get past the group stage.
Yo
in
sobat-sobat
Australia
Tola
in
yang baru hadir,
2015,
terima
Qatar,
kasih ya.
having
Langsung
lost all three
saja
of their group games.
subscribe biar kalian bisa komen-komen di live komennya.
It's Marquez Lopez voice you can hear in the background, just urging his side back onto defensive duty. That it's Marquez Lopez voice you can hear in the background, just urging his side back onto defensive duty. That Ali Olwan thought should have been a foul, but should have been a foul. Wasn't given though. Akram Afif cuts out again by Yazan. They're giving the ball away cheaply. Qatar in relatively promising positions. Akram Afif challenging back and blocking Essan's attempted ball into the middle.
Yeah, again, really working hard without it. The moment they lose it, trying to just get back into position, prevent the counter-attack from the opposition. There they go again. This time just concedes a free kick. Not too bad in that situation, just breaks up the rhythm of the play.
Ehsan, kapten kesebelasan Jordan, terpincang-pincang dia.
Discussion with Essan.
Ehsan pada Nasib. Nasib melebar ke kiri. Nizam.
Sam bursting forward again. Better ball in. Lucas Mendes with a header away. Still it's not properly cleared.
Satu tendangan keras tadi dari Ehsan. Berhasil dipatahkan oleh Barsan. Menjaga gawang Qatar. Luar biasa, datang serangan bergelombang dari Qatar.
Jordan. You need this. You need these runners from deep. We saw it on the left with Salem getting forward on the overlap, getting in behind that Qatari defensive line. And then you saw a run from deep on the right-hand side from Ehsan Haddad. You need these runners from deep to try and break through. because at the moment it's all happening in front of Qatar's defensive block.
Better goalkeeping from Michel Barsham, got down sharply, but the corner will be delivered by Almadi. Good goal again, Barsham pushes away. Al-Arab with the acrobatics.
Lagi peluang berbahaya dari Jordan.
But Al-Arab, who scored a couple of vital goals
target
already in
dari
this
Rawab.
competition, could have had another one there to level things up.
Keras sekali memanfaatkan tendangan sudut.
Well unmarked. Qatar Salman marking his zone and not keeping track of the movement of Yazan Al-Arab. I don't think he can believe his luck there, Yazan Al-Arab. There's nobody around him at all.
Al-Arab
Goes for the spectacular and a decent effort. Got a good connection on that, but again, straight down the middle. Exactly where Michel Barsham was positioned. Good reactions from the goalkeeper.
Puff of the cheeks from Michel Barsham, called into action twice in quick succession now. Al-Arab did score in the 95th minute in that game against Iraq to level things up at 2-2. As they went on to win that one, but all of a sudden it's the Jordan fans who are starting to believe that their side can get back into this one. Given away cheaply though, Afif. Aziz. Good challenge again.
Aziz.
But nice ball as well over the top for
Kali
Al-Mardi.
ini Al-Mardi dari sayap kiri. Jordannya cepat sekali.
Tried to play the reverse. Tariq Salman was there with a challenge.
Oh.
Slipped through by Hassan, looking for Al-Muaz Ali.
Serangan balik Qatar tadi mencoba memanfaatkan celah
Pace to the game at the moment.
pemain Ali nomor
Al-Arab come forward
9.
to win that header. Noor.
Qatar kali ini terkepung terus.
Al-Tamari.
Al-Tamari.
Running at one. Still going Al-Tamari.
Wow, lagi.
To the back across.
Wow,
Just the
ini
wrong
lagi
side.
serangan bergelombang tadi.
Noor
Kali
with the
ini
flick. Just the
nomor
wrong side of the
8.
post and ripples the side netting.
Al-Tamari
Well,
tadi
Wad
memberikan
doesn't get any
umpan
protection
shooting
on the
pertama.
right. Fatih's coming across to block off the left, and
Dia
Musa
memberikan
Al-Tamari
umpan
says, fine,
pada
this time around. I'll take it to the byline
All one.
and have a go. Lucas Mendes is a little bit too late to go
All one
out and try and
gagal
block
tadi.
off that inside angle for Musa Al-Tamari. But they're looking good here, Jordan. Starting to shift the ball around a lot better. Look at Mendes' position. He feels he can't vacate because Musa Al-Tamari is just far too wide for him to get to. Good save at the near post. I mean, you expect a goalkeeper in those situations to be covering the angles at the near post. Michel Barsham. And how close was he there, Ali Owan again. So smart with the finish. Catching out that defense and almost catching out the goalkeeper. Not finding the target. This is it with Jordan, just spreading the play a little bit better now. Sometimes they go out to the left, on other occasions they switch it out onto the right, and that stretches Qatar's defense, stretches that back line a little bit better. Makes it less predictable.
Barsham just needed a little bit of treatment, maybe needed a bit of a breather because it was quite a breathless passage of play. Here's a nice header. His clearance will send the ball out of play though. Another change coming up for Qatar. It is going to be Youssef that's coming off and Ismail is coming on. Hard working again, Youssef in that wide position. Ismail again, another player that's coming on to add experience. Assad. Akram Afif. Ball ripped in towards Ismail, who's only just come on. Flipped away by Ali Owan. It's a little tug on Ali Owan's shirt there, which will give a free kick to Jordan.
Definitely increased their intensity of play and their tempo as well, Jordan. But he expected this sort of response from them in the second half, having to chase the game. Wasn't a very good first 45, much better from them so far. And just look at their shape as well as a team. It's almost 4 against 5 in the attacking third. The white shirts against 5 of Qatar in that back line. Just the 2 in midfield for Jordan, so you can understand if they're looking to try and bypass those 2 players in there.
By Al-Arab, who was clattered into by Mahdi after the ball had gone, and Mahdi may have injured himself in the process here. It's a heavy challenge on Ali Olwan.
Good timing of that movement from Ali Olwan just to drop off into that space. And that's why Abdallah Nasib was late to that challenge.
Oh, Olwan. Cantik sekali. Salim.
Just need a little treatment. He is slightly getting back to his feet, but should just be adding to the time, of course.
A good atmosphere here. Some fans are obviously feeling a little bit more relaxed than others.
Nervous times for those Qatar supporters at the moment, whose side lead by that Akram Afif penalty midway through the first half, but better response in the second half from Jordan. Ball free kick from Noor. That will just sail over everybody. He's not been a happy man tonight, Hussein Amuta. With 87 of his 152
Ya sobat-sobatku,
matches in
kalau
charge,
kalian
Al
pada
Saad
diam-diam
was
aja, Papa Tola pun
coaching
jadi
here in
diam
Qatar.
juga ini. Dong komen-komennya tuh sobat. Ya komen-komen dong, pada komen dong sobatku, jangan pada diam.
Down from Nizar.
Komen. Gol Jordania akhirnya
Lucas Mendes, but
bertambah
again,
seru
Mary
permainan
Brooke
sobat.
gets more height on it.
Jordania bisa mencetak gol.
Melalui, nice flick, looking for Akram Afif. Well stopped by Al-Arab.
Satu serangan cepat Jordania.
Ali Olwan.
Olwan nomor 9
Switch of sides for him at the
lewati
moment.
Mendes. Coba melewati Mendes.
Lucas Mendes standing in his way. Needs some support out
Olwan
there.
lagi. Kasih crossing.
Oh, brilliant
Oh!
time! Wonderful finish from Yazan! And Jordan have got their rewards for pressing
Luar
in
biasa
the
tadi.
second half. It has been coming.
Mana Jordania tidak kena semangat meskipun tertinggal. Terus mereka mengepung
Space in the
pertahanan
box for Yazan,
Qatar di
and the
babak
pace he
kedua ini.
generated on that shot. It flew past Special Barsham. And he gets his 4th goal of the tournament. Yazan Al-Naiman and Jordan are back on level terms at 1-1.
Amuta still doesn't look happy with that. How could you not be impressed by this touch? What an
Nomor 11.
amazing first touch from Yazan Al-Naiman.
Cetak gol ya.
But before that as well, how he just
Al-Maimat,
uses his body
Al-Maimat.
just to hold off the defender, Ismail. Such intelligent centre-forward play by Yazan Al-Naiman. Sees the ball coming, positions himself in such a way that Ismail can't get to it. Just gets his body in the way, protects the ball, but then the technique on that first touch is outstanding. Then the finish. Plenty of power behind that effort. No chance for Meshal Basham this time. It's not straight down the middle, it's right into the corner.
Well, mixed emotions for him as well, because he does play his club football here in Qatar with Al Ahly. But he has scored the goal that has levelled it up for Jordan. Free kick for the foul on Ismail. Now we've got a game on our hands. We're already into the final quarter of the match. Qatar have made those changes in a bid to try and shore things up. They've taken off Al-Haidas.
Al-Maimat tadi
Akram Afif.
manfaatkan umpan crossing dari
Lucas Mendes, long
sayap
raking down
kanan
the ball towards Ismail.
Jordania.
Hooked away by Nizar.
Dengan kontrol bola dan balik badan dia langsung melepaskan tembakan kaki kiri yang cukup keras.
Good turn.
Robek jala gawang Barsum.
Haven't seen much in an attacking sense from Qatar in the
Musram,
second
ya,
half so
Barsum.
far. Ismail, Al-Mawaz Ali. Looking for Ismail. Was he caught there by Al-Mahdi? Well, there looked to be contact.
Tidak dianggap penalti, sobatku.
VAR will check it, of course. Yazan heads forward. Mohamed Wad wins the header again. Here's Hassan.
Afif saat ini
Really live
coba
things up
menyerang
here
lagi
now.
Qatar.
Aziz given away. Al-Tamari wanted it played early. He's the only
Al-Tamari nomor
forward
10
at the
cukup
moment.
cepat dia.
They're getting white shirts forward, almost in behind Mohamed Wad. Once again, he sticks out a long leg and prevents that ball reaching Al-Tamari.
He's having such a good
Tarek
game.
nomor 5.
I just can't get enough of the quality on the finish. The quality of the centre forward play from Hassan Al-Naima with that goal.
Fatih.
Al-Arab's header only as far as Aziz. Akram Afif. Fatih. Akram Afif. They will try and get the ball to him at every opportunity, you can be sure of that. Here he goes, Akram Afif. Allowed to run by
Asik
Hassan.
sekali pergerakan tanpa
Fatih.
bola tadi.
Better from
Akram
Qatar,
Afif.
who've just been roused by that goal. Al-Mu'ez Ali. Just want to
Akram
keep the ball in play.
Afif.
Away by
Terlalu
Nassim.
lama. Mendes.
Mendes can only snap the ball
Mendes
out of
outkan
play.
saja bola.
Will be a throw. Well, what's the contact here?
Oh, that's a tricky one, you know. Wow, yes. I think there's going to be a review because Al-Mahdi steps across the number 17, Ismail. There's something to look at there.
Oh, checking possible
referee's been sent to look
penalty
at it.
untuk Qatar.
Coming
Akibat
across
tadi
to the monitor.
pelanggaran
Which, as you
terhadap
can see there
Ismail
behind
tadi
the
yang
fourth official
kita sempat
dugout.
ributkan tadi.
There's the contact on Ismail. Is there going to be a second penalty here for Qatar?
He steps across him. Look at Al-Mahdi, the left leg. He steps across him. He's reaching, he's stretching out with the left leg. And that's what the referee will be looking at, and that's why it's been recommended for a review. He steps across the movement of Ismail there. And there is that contact. He is impeded.
Well, this is a massive moment in the game.
Penalty.
Jordan have just got themselves level. Well, he's had a look. Manning, what is his decision going to be? Penalty it is to Qatar for a second time. Well, the Jordan players sarcastically applauding the referee.
Ismail tadi memang dijatuhkan ya
Ismail has dropped to his knees.
oleh Ali
And straight
Mardi.
away, those Jordan players are around
Cepat
the referee
memang.
applauding, and they need to be careful they don't pick up any unnecessary yellows. Yazid, the goalkeeper, just ushering them away. Will it be Akram Afif? Will it be Al-Mu'ez Ali? It looks like it's going to be Al-Mu'ez Ali this time. 9 goals 5
Detik-detik
years ago when
menegangkan ya.
Qatar triumphed. 2 so far in this edition.
Sepertinya tidak gol berarti. Ismail yang menjadi pemain yang dijatuhkan tadi diberikan kesempatan untuk melakukan tembakan penalti.
The referee
Yazid
took advice from the VAR. In fact, Al-Mu'ez Ali is doing the same as Al-Haidos did. Now he gives the ball to Akram Afif. Will we see that celebration again that was dedicated to his wife,
kembali Akram
who
Afif.
begins with the letter S? Or will Yazid, who's trying to force him into that same corner by standing slightly to his left-hand side. Here comes Afif, shimmy in the run-up again. Stops! Just gets it through! Yazid almost got a hand on that one as well. And Qatar lead for a second time. It's Akram Afif, who goes on to 7 goals. There's no question he's going to take the golden boot now in his own right. He would have done anyway, but now there is a distance between him. And once again,
2-1
Jordan
ya.
have to come from behind.
Qatar memimpin dengan
I was just looking at Mahmoud Al-Mahdi,
buat
and he
tendangan
knows.
penalti dari Akram
He
Afif.
knows. He was caught out of position. It was an outstretched left leg. He knows it was a penalty. And up steps Akram Afif. Once more we see that celebration, he said, dedicated to his wife. The first one of him, and then the S coming out, the two of them together. This time around, he goes with a bit more power. Yazid gambles here. Follows mind games a little bit. He's not fussed, is he? Akram Afif just controlled what he can, which is his own technique. Doesn't worry about what the goalkeeper is doing. Keeps his concentration and puts that away very nicely.
Wasitnya bantu tuan rumah bang, kelihatan kayak diving kotak penalti.
The player, another player stepping up, hanging on to the ball, just taking the pressure away from the kicker, and at the last minute giving it to Akram Afif.
Well, he's on a hat-trick now.
2-1 menit 75.
Qatar once again edge in front with just over a quarter of an hour to go, looking for a second successive AFC Asian Cup title. Here's Lucas Mendes. It's just been kicked there over on the far side by Ehsan. He is probably one of the most fouled players in the tournament, Akram Afif, just the way that he protects the ball when he's got possession.
The way he protects it, just gets his body in the way. He's got such good awareness of the spaces around him, of what's going on. He's always switched on to where the defenders are, where his teammates are, what he can and can't do when he does receive it. No chance to turn there, so get your body in the way, shield it, protect it with the free kick.
Almo Ezali. Ricocheting around, it has gone off Ehsan, I think, for a Qatar throw. Marquez Lopez will be going through every emotion. That's what his opposite number, Lucena Muta, down on the sidelines. Stays in play. Free kick taken quickly. Salam. Ball. Now wide for Altamari. Afif. Again, well read that time by Jordan. Ali Olwan. Altamari's inside him. Qatar shirts back behind the ball. That's not a great clearance. Into the box, looking for Yasser! On his head to it. Goes across goal.
All
To get
one.
him behind his man.
Lagi-lagi merepotkan Ismail.
Fighting with Tariq Salman there. Not the best from Ward on this occasion. Lost his clearance. Straight to Nizar
Tarik
Rajdan.
ini, lawan
Decent
tarik
ball.
dia. All one nomor 11.
Yazan gets to it ahead of Tariq Salman, but there's enough there.
Tariq
Done by
Salman.
Tariq Salman. Just to put off Yazan.
Sobat, udah mau jam 12. Papa Tola mau istirahat dulu, nggak tahan lagi nih. Besok kita mau jogging lagi soalnya. Udah lewat dari jadwal ya.
Bye-bye. Nashil Bash.
Oke, terima kasih sobatku yang sudah bergabung. Terima kasih, I love you full. Kita ketemu lagi di live streaming berikutnya. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
With it.